I am sorry, my
audience.
I have failed you.
What's up, folks? It's your boy MMG Smurf here, coming to you pre-recorded. Yep, we're coming pre-recorded today, but we got a lot to talk about as far as DeFi Kingdom goes. So they had some announcements come out last night, Friday. That's on April 1st. Sorry, yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, they had some big announcements come out. One, the airdrop. We thought it was gonna be next weekend potentially because they said they wanted some days for it to roll out, but it actually started last night, I guess, and really kicked off this morning. And then two, giveaway. There's a new giveaway with the Genesis, or Geno as they're calling them, Heroes on this blockchain. So that's happening. And then three, new pools are open on Crystalvale. So we're gonna cover all that in today's video. Yes, new pools, giveaway, and then the airdrop. So sorry about that. I have failed you in my own opinion, but we're gonna try to make amends here, you know. All right. So here we are. We're looking at Crystalvale. And first things first, because everybody likes the money. If you didn't notice it in that little meme that I created for the start of this thing, let's go to the gardens and let's check out. Again, I thought set the seed box is probably where we're going to be seeing all the new pairs that came in, and that's where they are. So our previous pair, if you haven't been in DeFi Kingdoms before, if you're just jumping in recently, then you maybe don't notice that, was it back on Thursday and Friday? This was around 3,000% APR, right? This is 3,000% APR for this previously. And now it is showing a lot more. And actually you can see how much I've made since this thing started. $680 since this has started. Unlocked only $34, but that's, you know, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm just looking at this as this keeps going up. You just divide that by, you know, each week. And, you know, what's it, you know, let's do a little math right now. I don't know what I was doing last, but 680 divided by, oops, 55, $12 a week so far right now. As that keeps building up, that'll keep becoming more and more and more. And I think I said 55, but it's only like 51 weeks I have to wait or whatever for it all to be unlocked. And so right now it's going to pay me a little bit, you know, I'm cool with that. That's like my coffee. So let's keep going. Because, you know what I'm saying, I'm not buying it at stores, you know, not stores, but I'm buying the bags. I'm not buying individual cups. There we go. That's what I was going to say. All right, these pools. So we're used to Joule and xJoule. That was the first pair here. And again, that is up from 3,000 to 4,790 or 4,479. My goodness, Smurf. You can see the allocation reward there, still 80%. So this is still where the vast majority of the rewards are going, but it's also got the most money in it, especially since things hit over the weekend. I'd imagine the most is in there still. But yeah, let's keep scrolling down. Yeah, 300 versus 20 right here. So Crystal and USDC. Not a lot in the Crystal USDC pool yet. Now this is going to be a volatile token. So of course, you make the move as that you want to move. But Crystal and USDC is 7,387% APR. That is pretty special. It's only got 7.5% of the pool's allocated rewards right now, but still, it's pretty high. Avax in Crystal is a new one, or Avax, 6,000%, almost 7,000% APR on that one. A similar amount deposited in it, a little bit more than the other one actually, about by 1 million. So that's over 40 million in both those two pools. And then the smallest pool here is Crystal and Joule. Yeah. And this one's 6,500% APR. These are APRs, folks. So if you're actually taking out the earnings that you get, if you put enough in there to actually be able to take something out each day and compound it, it's actually pretty dang sexy if you're able to do that. So I might have to rethink my strategy and get one of these bigger pools and just start the compounding and see how it goes. I'm not trying to get screwed, you know, over or anything like that. You know, have one of these go like too volatile and dip on me like crazy. But also, it just seems like, you know, if you're missing out on this opportunity, it hurts to think that you're missing out on anything with this opportunity, right? But yeah, that's pretty wild right there. Again, you can see this in the seed box. Going back to the world map now, we're going to check out a few other things. So let me scroll through my little Rolodex here that I got of updates. I have a few updates. So the first one was the new pools. So those new pools are Crystal Avalanche, Crystal USDC, and Crystal and Joule. And so when I say that Crystal and USDC one, that makes me think of something that maybe you noticed it a little bit, you know, from the APR and from how much that I had earned from only 0.8 Joule tokens or something like that I had unlocked. But we know we got a USDC pair now. So that means that we can probably sync up the Joule and USDC and see how much it costs, or Crystal USDC and see how much that costs, right? Instead, last time we had to use Joule and we had to go to another DEX, etc. But now we can just do it straight up on this DEX here. And it says one crystal is worth $39. It was about $28 before, guys. And so $39 per crystal token, which is why that APR is so bullish. Why it's almost 2x what we could have expected previously. So going nice with the crystal token. I need a chart of this thing. I would love a chart of this, and I want to find a chart of it as soon as possible. To really see what type of moves it should be making here. Otherwise, it's like a cautionary tale, I feel like. But we'll see, we'll see. But I just wanted to show that there because, along with that new pool, that just means there's new liquidity for actually be able to do trades here and stuff like that. And you can also just see the price right here. Let's check out the price of Joule really quickly. Joule in that same range that it was at previously. And again, we don't have to go to another DEX now to do this. But $9.40 going down a little bit. Crystal is probably going to be, a little bit more bullish than Joule in the short term, at least, with what we're looking at from a 7,000% APR. Goodness, Whew. All right. So anybody who's worried right now, you're like, all right, that APR is nice, but what about the sustainability of that price? That price is going to come tumbling down with an APR like that. I hear you. And so let's look at the jeweler. And while we're in the jeweler, I'm going to read out this next portion of the announcement. So temporary allocation. This is honestly some stuff previous to today. But they had a temporary allocation just to make sure things worked. If you were in last night and you waking up today or Sunday and you're like, whoa, it's that much higher. Well, it's because it was a temporary allocation at first. They wanted to make sure things worked, and they allocated more funds. And so I don't believe the rest of the I do believe the rest of the allocation has gone through at this point. And so it should all be what was expected. We are currently still in phase 1 of the launch. In phase 2, will incorporate the Geno Heroes. So the heroes and anybody who's doing stuff like that. And so along with the heroes, there's going to be that giveaway that I mentioned. So it's going to be a giveaway of heroes. These Geno Heroes are of a limited supply. The vast majority of these heroes, they do want to go to the community. And the community will be able to get access to these heroes via gameplay and overall participation. So when they say gameplay, I'm like, does that mean like the quest and stuff like that? Does that mean they actually plan on doing like the PV? I gotta look at the roadmap again and get like an idea of like what they meant by gameplay specifically, because they could mean a few different things, but that's what they said. 2 of those ways that they mentioned for getting these rewards are perilous journey rewards. So I think those are the quest, and then new leaderboard competition and reward system. Ooh. I actually have to look up more into that leadership board competition reward system, or do your own research and figure it out. Otherwise, I'll be making a video maybe specific to that information, because I feel like that's a lot of information to take on right now. While we're here sitting in the jeweler and reading this information out, why am I here sitting in the jeweler and reading this information out? Because there's going to be a new snapshot based on the jeweler here on Crystalvale. Oh yeah. So other than the fact that, yes, if you're in the jeweler here, we covered this last time, but you can go here, you can click on the jeweler, you can click on airdrops, and actually you can get your airdrop now. See, I got a little tiny bit right there. And I'm getting my airdrop from vested or LP tokens that I had on Sarandale. If you had LP tokens on Sarandale, or if you did all these other requirements that I actually listed in the information section of our last video, your airdrop should be often to you. If it's not as much as you were expecting to have received, that's because you're getting 50% of that airdrop up front. So what I just showed is only 50% of my airdrop actually, and then you're gonna get another 50% of that airdrop over the next week. It'll be coming out to you slowly over the next week for the rest of that airdrop. So if you were like, oh, this is nowhere near enough, that's because it isn't. It's only 50% of what you actually got. So here's another fun fact for anybody, and I saw there were some comments before about this. So the fun fact is that for anybody who actually had just the Joule token individually over on Avalanche's C chain, and you were like, oh man, well, I bridged this over, and I was waiting for that airdrop because I bridged it with the game and this and that, and I was expecting to get some more xCrystals over here because of this. Well, you probably haven't been totally rewarded yet. They announced that they actually had an error or some issues with calculating all of the individual Joule holders on the C chain from the bridging, I guess. If you did an LP token, LP bridge or whatever that is, then they apparently had no issues with it. But if you had the individual tokens of Joule over on the C chain, they were actually having trouble calculating those. So it's going to take a little bit more time. Seems like they can do it. It's just harder. So it's going to take a little bit more time. And because of that, they're going to be rewarding you that much more. I'm doing my Leonardo DiCaprio fist pump from Wolf of Wall Street right now. You can't see it, but it's happening. So you're getting that much more rewards for it. That's what we call customer service, baby. Cool. Is there anything else that I have after those airdrops? Oh, cool. So the last thing then is I wanted to cover the heroes. So I'm just gonna go back out to the main menu. Don't forget jeweler, airdrop, claim your stuff if you want it right now, or wait. Do whatever you want to do. But the last thing that we really wanted to cover here is the fact that there is a giveaway happening for staking your Joule or your xCrystal in the jeweler. So that was that area that we just left. Stake your xJoule in the jeweler. Top right. You will be earning tickets for this new giveaway. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so those do need to be liquid crystal, I guess, to get it over there and stuff. But yeah, just some incentive for, and that was part of what I was leading to before. I'm just so excited as to why the price might not just dip right away. And that's because there's some incentive for people to actually lock up those crystals in the jeweler. Every 10 crystals that you lock up is going to equal 1 ticket. And there's some milestone bonuses. So after you have 100 xCrystals locked up, you get a 0.1 bonus, I guess. And so this basically just equals out to at 100 xCrystals locked up, then you get 11 tickets. So it's like you get 11 per every 10 instead of just 10 or 1 per 10. And then is that right? You get a bonus 1. You get a bonus 1 for every 10. At 200, you get 24 tickets. At 300, you're getting 39 tickets, and so on. Again, the multiplication for that is 0.1 times 10. So every 10 after that, after you get that 100 milestone, it's 0.1 times that 10. So that's a multiplication for it. I'm pretty sure that's all. Yeah. That's unfortunately. Actually, not unfortunately. I feel like it was a lot to cover. Yeah, those APRs are insane. There's multiple pools with 6,000 to 7,000% APR over here now. There's a incentive for the xCrystal to be locked up and not just go to monarchy. That's a new word. But yeah, so much to look forward to. Thank you for joining us. If you found this informational, entertaining, or anything like that, like, comment, subscribe. Check us out for our other DeFi gaming and blockchain tutorials and stuff like that. This is not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You do your own research, and I'll see you in the next one.